Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another one-to-one scale third-party unlicensed prop replica review. Now recently a new company known as Prime Workshop contacted me and said, "Hey Justin, we're working on a prototype version of a homecoming mask but with moving lenses, a full face shell, and fabric coverings." They offered to send me that prototype so I could take a look and give them my feedback. So of course, that's exactly what we're going to do today. But I do need your help. Let me know what you think of it down below, if there's anything you'd like to see done differently, and then I'll pass that feedback on. Now this will be available to pre-order from Comic Sanctorum. When the link is ready, I will pop it down in the description below. But do bear in mind, this is third party, it's unlicensed, so it's made in an unofficial capacity. Now let's talk about the overall fit and finish first. This guy does have an almost full face shell. What do I mean by that? Well, usually when you are cosplaying as Spidey, you have a half face shell, so it kind of goes along this line right here. But this one goes a lot further back. That means you retain that very iconic Spidey silhouette even from the side. The face shell itself is a super sturdy hard PVC material, and then of course over the top you have that Spidey fabric. The cool thing is, it is fully screen printed. This isn't just a flat 2D texture, it's real, it's raised, and you can feel it. Plus you do have the web lines over the top. Now, yes, this is fully wearable. There is a zipper up the back, and then you can simply slide it on. Now, I've been asked not to show the electronics on the inside because they're all exposed. That is something they will be working on for the final version. You won't be able to see the mechanisms and all the moving little bits and pieces underneath the fabric and inside the mask itself. It'll be all nice and seamless and well hidden. Now, the lenses themselves are completely see-through. You can actually see through these lenses. They are a white mesh. They're also solid plastic. They are a little bit thin and fragile though, so when you do get this, do be careful not to do any damage. You can also see the multiple layers of black plastic around the edges here, as the iris will be able to close and open. Now, I do have a little stand that I will be displaying this on in my collection. I'm pretty sure y'all will want to do that as well, because the cool thing is you can activate the lenses so that they can open and close even when it's on the stand. Now, the way it works for me is I have a remote to control these. I'm not entirely sure if, based on feedback, they will include the remote for everyone else, because they told me this is mainly meant for cosplay purposes. Well, how on earth do you activate the eye lenses then? Very simply and rather ingeniously. On the inside, in the mouth section, there will be a button, so you'll be able to hit it with your chin, and then the eyes will close. Fully seamless, no remotes, no wires, no buttons. It's all integrated into the mask itself, which I absolutely love. Now, there are a couple of states for the eyes. What do I mean by that? Well, very simply, pushing one of the buttons, as you can see, you do have a couple of different modes. This one closes them fully and then opens them right back up. There is another mode, however, which I'm pretty sure you will activate by double-clicking that button on the inside that simply closes one eye. Say you're cosplaying as Spidey and you want to show that you're thinking, or even winking, you can totally do that, and then you can switch sides as well. It's very funny, whimsical, and goofy, but I'm all for it. Now, how will I be displaying this in my collection? I'm not entirely sure whether I'll have the eyes fully closed or have them open. I'll have to see how I feel. But let's take a look at the mechanism for just a second. You can see there are some 3D print lines on the inside piece. I'm not sure if that's representative of the final product. You will have to wait and see. I'm sure they will update the listing with a bunch more pictures. But as I said, this is a prototype, so do bear that in mind. Overall though, the mechanism works really well. It is a little bit loud for me personally, as you can hear. It does make a little mechanical sound. I'm not entirely sure if they can do anything about that. Maybe some sound deadening on the inside or some quieter servos. But let's be honest, the cool factor of having those eyes open and close is kind of the most important part. Them making a little bit of sound isn't the biggest deal in the world, at least for me. Now in these videos, I never usually put these things on, but I wanted to show you what it looks like on something that kind of resembles a head. The reason why I don't wear them is because these for me are prop replicas. They're part of a display. I never actually wear them around. But I know for some people it's an important thing. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what it looks like on your noggin. Now it's BYO stand. This isn't included. This is something that I just had lying around from one of my other 1-to-1 scale helmets. But this does form the shape of a normal human head. Now, you still, of course, can activate the lenses. I am simulating it with the remote, whereas when you're actually wearing it, you'll be using the button on the inside, which, by the way, I think is one of the coolest invisible engineering hacks that I have ever seen. It's super simple, super straightforward, and something that you can activate on the fly. You can be wearing this at a con, you can be meeting and greeting people, and as you're going, you can be activating your moving eye lenses. It's something that, trust me, people will not be expecting when they see Spidey in real life, but being able to have full control of those lenses from a simple button on the inside is a very nice touch. Now, as I've said throughout the course of the video, this is by no means indicative of the quality of the final product. When that guy is ready, I will kindly ask Prime Workshop to send me the final version, and I'll give you my proper verdict. But I was so excited to see this that I thought, to hell with it. Let's take a look at the prototype and see if this company is any good. And if this is an indication as to the quality of their work, yeah, color me impressed. I am super excited to see what they do next. They could potentially be working on other Spidey masks, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll leave it at that. Now, do let me know, as I said in the intro, what you think of this, if there are any changes that you think need to be made. When this goes up for pre-order with Comic Sanctorum, I will pop the link down below, but do bear in mind, it's an unofficial product. That means the company that made this, Prime Workshop, don't hold the intellectual property rights to actually sell or produce this item. It's made in an unofficial capacity. If you are heading down to the description, check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.